ਇੱਕ ਓਕਾਰ अवल अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौं भले को मंदे in the beginning Allah created the light. He has created all mortal living beings. From the one light the entire universe welled up. So who is good, who is bad? माटी एक अनेक भांत कर साजी साजन हारे ना कछु पोच माटी के भांडे ना कछु पोच कुंभारे सब में सच्चा एको सोई तिसका किया सब कुछ होए the day is the same, but the cosmic potter has fashioned vessels of many kinds. There is nothing wrong with the pot of clay. There can be no error by the potter. The one true Lord abides in all. By his power, everything is fashioned. Now again message in the both these two tuks is the same, that in everything God is present, all are good, nothing is bad. Unit 8 D and F block elements part 3. Amrik Singh, PGT Chemistry. Standard reduction potential, they have negative value. All the transition element, maximum of transition element have negative values of reduction potential, which shows that they are good reducing agents. Standard reduction potential are the resultant of enthalpy of atomization, ionization energy and hydration energy. Following table contain the thermochemical parameter related to the transformation of solid metal atoms to M2 positive ion in solution and their standard reduction potential. Let's have the table in which first column the name of the element, second is enthalpy of atomization of each element, third one is the ionization enthalpy, first ionization, and fourth one second ionization enthalpy, and third one is, next one is the hydration enthalpy, and in the last reduction potential values are given for first transition series elements. Now question 1, why is Cr2 positive reducing and Mn3 positive oxidizing when both have D4 configuration? Now let's have the answer. Answer is Cr2 positive reducing as its configuration changes from D4 to D3, the latter having filled T2G level, half filled T2G level. Therefore half filled T2G will have extra stability, and Cr2 easily gives electron and changing to Cr3 positive. On the other hand, the change from Mn3 to Mn2 positive result in the half-filled D5 configuration, which has extra stability. Therefore, it is oxidizing. Let's discuss this question in some detail, because we chromium 24 have the electronic configuration 4s1 3d5. Now top we have given Cr2 positive is reducing and M3 positive is oxidizing. Now Cr2 positive will have oxidation, will have electronic configuration 4s0 3d4. Now since Cr2 positive is reducing, means it loses electron. After losing electron from D4 less stable, it changes to D3, that is T2G level, having half filled. 3D orbital are half filled, which are extra stable, and it easily can do this to get the stability. Now in case of manganese, electronic configuration is 4s2 3d5. Okay, Mn3 positive have electronic configuration 4s0 3d4, and it readily want to change in Mn2 positive, and Mn2 positive have the electronic configuration 3d5. 3d5 is half filled. Therefore Mn3 positive is ready to accept one, is eager to accept one electron and to get the stability, change its electronic configuration from D4 to D5. Mn3 is oxidizing, means it gains electrons and changes from D4 to D5. D is half filled, more stable. Therefore, this reaction is favored. Question number second, the E naught M2 positive to M value for copper is positive 0.34. What is possible reason for this? While other element, maximum element have negative value of reduction potential, the answer is hidden in high enthalpy of atomization and low hydration enthalpy. Question number third, how would you account for the increasing oxidizing power in series VO positive, CrO2 negative, MnO negative? This is due to the increasing stability of lower species to which they are reduced. Question number 4. The first row transition metal, the E naught values are vanadium, we know minus 1.18, chromium minus 0.91, manganese again minus 1.18, iron minus 0.44, cobalt minus 28, nickel minus 25, copper at the end is some positive 0.34. So we have two exceptions. Vanadium is exceptionally high reduction potential and manganese also high, exceptionally high reduction potentials. Explain the irregularity in the above values. And in the last we have also exception because there is positive. We have already explained for copper in the previous slide why it have positive. The E naught M2 to M2 positive to M values are not regular, which can be explained from the irregular variation of ionization enthalpy, first and second, and sublimation enthalpies, which are relatively much less for manganese and vanadium. Vanadium and manganese have much less value of enthalpy of sublimation. Therefore, they have negative values of reduction potential, higher negative value of reduction potentials. Question number 5. Why is E not value for Mn3 positive to Mn2 positive couple much more positive than Cr3 positive to Cr2 positive or Fe3 positive to Fe2 positive? Explain. Much larger third ionization enthalpy for manganese, where the required change is D5 to D4 is mainly responsible for this. This explains why the third plus 3 state of manganese is of little importance. I hope you will would get have had the answer. Question number 6. Which is a stronger reducing agent, Cr2 positive or Fe2 positive, and why? To decide which is stronger reducing agent, we should know the E naught values. Cr2 is a stronger reducing agent than Fe2 positive. This can be explained on the basis of standard reduction potential. We now have Cr3 to C2, Cr2 positive minus 41 and Fe3 positive to Fe2 positive is 0.77. We know by the knowledge of plus 1 element have greater negative value of reduction potential are reducing agent and with positive value are oxidizing agent. Therefore, stronger reducing agent is Cr2 positive. Now next is explain why Cu1 positive is not stable in aqueous solution. C1 positive aqueous is not stable while Cu2 positive is stable. This is much because of hydration, delta hydration H enthalpy. Hydration enthalpy of Cu2 positive is much higher than that of Cu1 positive and hence it compensates for the second ionization of copper, ionization energy of copper. Thus, many Cu1 compound are unstable in aqueous solution and undergo disproportionation reaction. By the plus one knowledge, we know the hydration enthalpy is inversely proportional to size and directly proportional to charge. Therefore, Cu2 positive will have higher hydration and Cu1 positive lesser. And Cu1 positive disproportionate in aqueous medium. This question may also be asked. Why Cu1 positive disproportionate in aqueous solution? This may this question may also be asked in this way. Therefore, it disproportions to Cu2 positive and Cu. Now, question number 8. Why is the highest oxidation state of a metal exhibit in its oxide or fluoride only? Oxygen and fluorine have small size and high electronegativity. Hence, they can oxidize the metal to the highest oxidation state. Now, question number 9. We have in the NCERT for M2 positive M and M3 positive to M2. systems, E naught values for some metals are as follows. We have chromium 3, chromium 2 to 0, chromium 3 to 2, manganese 2 to 0, manganese 3 to 2, iron 2 to 0, iron 3 to 2, and use this data to comment upon the stability of Fe3 positive in acid solution as compared to Cr3 positive and Mn3 positive. Second question is the ease with which iron can be oxidized as compared to similar processes for either chromium or manganese metal. Now, the first question, let's have the answer for first. Stability of Fe3 positive in acid solution as compared to Cr3 positive and Mn3 positive. Okay, for this we will have to compare their reduction potential. Cr3 to Cr2 positive have negative reduction potential, that is minus zero point 0.4, hence Cr3 positive means negative value, means the reaction is not favored, means the Cr3 to 3 positive is not ready to go in Cr2 positive. Cr3 cannot be reduced to Cr2. In the other case, Mn3 positive, Mn2 has the large positive reduction potential 1.5, means Mn3 positive is ready to go to Mn2 positive, hence Mn3 can easily be reduced to Mn2 positive. Okay, now Fe3 to Fe2 positive have small positive reduction potential, means it can also, hence Fe3 is more stable than Mn2 positive but less stable than Cr3 positive. Okay, negative value means reaction is not favored, positive value will reaction is favored, greater the positive value, greater is the favor for reaction. Now for iron, the E naught value lies in between, therefore it is more stable than, it is more stable than Mn3 positive but less stable than Cr3 positive. The ease with which iron can be oxidized as compared to a similar process for either chromium or manganese metal. From the E naught value, the order of oxidation of the metal to divalent cation is Mn, and then chromium, and then iron. Now we know the reduction values, reduction potential value greater than negative value, and greater the negative value, stronger will be the reducing agent, and a reducing agent have the same definition as that of oxidation. Therefore we will see the reduction potential values. Therefore chromium 0.9 minus 0.9, and Mn2 positive minus 0.12, and iron it is plus, it is minus 0.4, and we arrange them, and manganese have maximum negative, and then turn come of chromium, and after that turn of iron. We have arranged these in the decreasing of value of negative reduction potential, and it will give the order of oxidation. Question number 10. Why are Mn2 compound more stable than Fe2 positive toward oxidation to their plus 3 state? Electronic configuration of Mn2 positive is 3d5. This is half filled configuration, hence stable. Therefore, third ionization enthalpy is very high. Third electron cannot be lost easily. Electronic configuration for Fe2 positive is 3d6. It can lose one electron easily to achieve the stable configuration 3d5. Now, for doing these type of questions relating oxidation state or reduction potential or oxidation reducing agent or oxidizing agent, first of all we will have to write the electronic configuration metal for their ions also. Okay, after writing the electronic configuration we will have to see the stability. D5 D10 have extra stable, D3 is also extra stable due to T2G is half filled. We will have to kept these things in our mind to solve these problems. Question number 11. Predict which of the following will colored in aqueous solution. Colored Ti3, V3, Cu positive, S3 positive, Mn2 positive, Fe3 positive, CO2 positive. Give reasons. Now again, if we want to get the color, knowledge about the color, we will have to write the electronic configuration of these ions. If d orbital is partially filled, they will show color. Otherwise, d orbital have 0 electron or 10 electron, they will not show any color. Therefore, among the above ion T, I3 positive, V3 positive, Mn2 positive, Fe3 positive and CO2 positive are colored. These ions are colored due to the presence of unpaired electron. They can show DD transition. Question number 12. Compare the stability of +2 oxidation state for element of first transition series. In general, the stability of +2 oxidation state in first transition series decreases from left to right due to increase in sum of first and second ionization energies. However, Mn2 is more stable due to half-filled d orbitals d5 and Zn2 is more stable due to completely filled d orbitals. Question number 13. Which metal is in the first series of transition metals exhibit +1 oxidation state most frequently and why? Cu has electronic configuration of 3d10 4s1. It can easily lose 4s1 electron to achieve the stable 3d10 configuration and it show +1 oxidation state. The element is only copper. ठीक है, to get d10 it loses the s electron. Question number 14. How would you account for the following? Of D4 species, Cr2 is strongly reducing while Mn3 is strongly oxidizing. We have already done this question. Cobalt 3 is stable in aqueous solution but in the presence of complexing agent it is easily oxidized. The D1 configuration is very stable in ions. Now first question already answered. It was the question first in these slides. Now cobalt second is stable in aqueous solution but in the presence of a complexing reagent it is easily oxidized. Cobalt third has greater tendency to form coordination compound than cobalt 2. This is the answer. Coordination compound will be formed more easily by CO3 than CO2. Hence, in the presence of ligand, CO2 positive changes to CO3, that is it is easily oxidized. That's the reason behind this. Now third question is the D1 configuration is very stable in ions. Why? The ion with the D1 configuration have the tendency to lose only electron present in D subshell to acquire D0 configuration. Hence they are stable and undergo oxidation or disproportionation. Question number 15, that is the last question. Calculate the number of unpaired electron in the following gaseous ions. We have these ions for writing the calculating the number of unpaired electron. We should write the electronic configuration for these ions and we will calculate the number of unpaired electron. Mn3 4 unpaired electron, Cr3 positive 3 unpaired electron, V3 positive 2 unpaired electron, Ti3 1 unpaired electron. Out of these, Cr3 is most stable in aqueous solution because half filled T2G level, because Cr3 3 electrons are there. In Cr3 T2G level is half filled and hence the question number 15. Now ਗੱਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਆਚਾਰੀ ਬੁਰੀਆਂ ਮਨੋਂ ਕਸੂਦਾ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਚਿਟਵੀਆਂ. We are good at talking but our actions are bad. Mentally we are impure and black but outwardly we appear white. Thank you for watching these slides, and in these slides I have covered all the NCERT questions relating to reduction potentials and oxidation state. Again, thank you for watching these slides.